Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you remember that Xi Jinping of China met the shuffling madness, what's his name, Biden at the G20, on the sidelines of the G20, and supposedly they spoke almost 3 hours. Psst, I wonder how many times they had to wake up Biden or they brought his bed. And anyway, and here in the United States, the paid mass media, the corporate mass media, hail that as see, they are getting together back and they're not going to be frozen the relationship and so on. Bullshit. Because after they supposedly met, Xi Jinping spoke with his friends and communicated with his allies and said, okay, we keep going, these guys are asleep. Now, it seems like Xi Jinping continues his friendship with the usual friends, and one of them is the woodchuck. That is the semi-god figure, Kim Jong-un of North Korea. And they, or at least Xi Jinping, contacted the woodchuck and sent him a message saying that they would work together. Business as usual. So Biden left alone to take his forever nap, and in the meantime we take care of the world, seems like. Let's see. This article comes from the Jerusalem Post, and it's from today, the 25th of November 2022. China's Xi, in message to North Korea's Kim, says willing to work together for stability. Great, isn't that good? Peace, stability, balance. Chinese President Xi Jinping stressed to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un that China would be willing to work together with North Korea for regional and global peace, stability and prosperity. North Korea's state media KCNA reported on Saturday citing Xi's letter to Kim. Beautiful, beautiful. The regional and global stability. What does that mean? We're gonna stop those guys. KCNA did not mention North Korea's recent missile launches that have heightened tensions around the Korean peninsula following joint military drills between South Korea and the United States of America. So Xi Jinping still friends with Kim Jong-un, and they will make sure that they stabilize the region for the Japanese people and for the South Korean people and neighbors, Americans and Australians and all those guys who live just next door. Well, what can I say? The second club is in formation, and it's been like this, and I think it's getting closer. They're just working right now on the big house's foundation. They put the bricks and put the mortar, brick, blah, 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 and they just build a strong foundation with names. These guys, you might call them, or these guys might call them the criminal countries, terrorist countries, the misfits of the world. Well, misfits or not misfits, they got a lot of nuclear weapons, and they got a lot of people, and they have kind of like almost 30-40% of the economy, world economy. If you add all these guys that will you gather them from the Asian countries, you're getting from the BRICS, from the Shanghai Cooperation, blah blah blah, and you get the Africans, you get they're all over the place. South America, Asia. So the second club will, I wonder what name will they put on this club. But I don't think that's going to be just a detail. The fact that these countries will be together, they might form a different, I don't know, United Nations or something, and their own institutions that would allow them to have different, I don't know, maritime laws and maritime insurances and all kind of things that say, you know what, we don't recognize your jurisdiction anymore, we form our institutions. What are you going to do? Nothing. We have the same right as you do to do this. We don't recognize you anymore. We just withdraw out of this. And they say, who's with us, who's with you, bye-bye, divide the world. And it's going to be, the world will, you could function under two different, I don't know, operational systems with two different bosses and two different channels. And sometimes they're going to hit one another, and we'll see what's happening then. They will have to probably meet and decide how they're going to interact when things happen, and this and this and this. It's like you have two, instead of having one I don't know, business in the neighborhood, you're going to have two businesses in the neighborhood doing the same thing. I don't know, selling alcohol, for instance, or two brothels. They're going to divide the town in, this is my sphere of influence, that's your sphere of influence. There will be a little overlap like this, like it was everywhere, you know, when they're going to have little scuffles over there, but in general they will function and they will take care of us as being their subjects. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.